I'm Leslie Langdon with the Shimmers Education Team, here with you today to learn something new, hopefully. This is the first time I ever tried this. It's actually working with Shimmers Spritz products, vibes, and paints, and using a cup like this to be able to direct where we spray circles. We'll be working with two different color palettes, this blue, yellow, pink. One side shows you the spritz, the other side shows you the paint, the coordinating paints, and here is a bluish brown color palette. Now I'm using the two palettes just to show you what you can do with two different color schemes. I'm going to show you in advance what your end background will look like. We're not going to go through the whole design of this layout, but certainly how the spritz and vibes and paint gets on here and helps us create a nice background. All right, let's begin. Okay, let's begin. So first we start with choosing our Shimmers colors. So I have chosen this Seafoam Spritz, and I've dabbled a little spray here so that I can see what it looks like. Then I chose a Cotton Candy Spritz, and I've also given a little squirt here, and Tuscan Sun Spritz, and I've given it a little squirt here. Then I went ahead and chose some paints that I thought would match quite well. So Blue Bayou Pearls, Golden Wheat Shimmers, and Haughty Pink Blings. All right, so get all your supplies out and let's begin. So first what you want to do is take a cup and you want to cut off the bottom. That way it allows you to spray circles exactly where you want without getting too messy and without getting the spray where you don't want it. So I'm going to start with my lighter color first, which is, I'm going to keep this here as a reference, is the Tuscan Sun Spritz. So I'm going to go ahead and spray one circle there. Just random maybe over here, and then maybe a third circle at the bottom. Now there's going to be all this residual spritz in there, so I'm going to take a tag and I'm going to scoop it up because why waste it? We can make some tags while we're working. Just set that tag aside. Okay, so I will give that a wipe just to get rid of the extra. Then I'm going to go with my second lightest color, which is the Cotton Candy Spritz. I'm going to overlap the circle a little bit. Go here. And then maybe over here. This is all random, depending on how you're feeling. Again, take a tag, get this color in here. Don't worry about getting this on your hands either. This washes off very easily. That's the good thing about the Shimmers. Okay, set that aside. Next, we are going to do our blue color, which is the Seafoam. Again, random placement wherever you want it. If you want the color darker on one side of the circle, you know, go ahead and spray a little bit more on that side. There we go. Take a different or the same tag like the yellow and kind of scoop up some of the blue. Then you'll have a multicolored tag. Don't worry about getting drips too, and especially if you're like me, you don't mind a little bit of mess. Makes it look a little more authentic. I'll spray a couple more blue circles. Maybe one over here. And there you go. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to scoop up more of this spritz for my tag. Then we are done with the cup. So you can save that for another project. Now it's time to take out our paints and to do an outline of our circles here. So I'll start with the blue. Actually, I'll start with the yellow. Start with the lightest color first. Again, we'll follow the same rules. So you'll notice I didn't really let this dry in between because I'm not that concerned about colors spreading because I actually want that. But if you don't want the colors spreading and mixing together, you might want to do a dry in between. Again, I'm not perfect with these circles, but that's how I prefer it. Okay. Where we want this to drip, let's be a little heavy on the paint, maybe on the tops, so that it'll be nice for dripping. All right, and then the last one is Blue Bayou. We'll spray that on, paint that on, I should say. Just a little heavier on the top there. Oh, paintbrush piece. Okay, so we're done with our painting. We're not going to let this dry. We're going to keep going because we're going to want this thick line to drip a little bit. So wherever you've sprayed the Tuscan Sun, spray it again at the top. Okay, and then we're going to go with our cotton candy. Spray at the top, spray at the top. There you go. And then our seafoam color. Get around. Be messy. Enjoy. All right, now as we're dripping here, I'm going to put my tags down because I'm going to get a couple of those drips on there. Why waste the product? All right, you can see the colors nicely blending together. And just for fun, I'm going to show you another combination of colors. So we'll set this aside to dry, and then we'll do some stamping and some extra work on here to make it layout ready. Okay, setting this aside now. Now we're going to try a different color combination. I'm going to use Jenny Be Bleu vibes, if you're French, Sea Monkey vibes, Hot Fudge vibes, and then we'll find a relatively matching paint. So I'm going to use Blue Bayou pearls, Blueberry Cobbler shimmers, and Espresso pearls. And you know, a lot of this is just experimenting with colors, and you know, sometimes it may not work out, but most of the times it does if you choose your colors wisely. So we'll start with Sea Monkey first. Now these are going to be darker colors in general. Okay. Oops. Did a little drop there. But again, I don't mind that. I'm going to use my tag here and pick up some of this color. Set it aside. Then I'm going to go with this nice, bright, vibrant blue, which I love. This is the Jenny Be Bleu. I'm going to overlap it here. One, oh, it's such a nice color. Two, maybe I'll do one up here. Try a different pattern than last time. Let's pick up that dot that we dropped. Okay. New tag. I'm going to pick up some of this blue here. If you get drops on your table, don't worry, it comes right off. That's why it's a good water-based mist. Okay. Our last color is this Hot Fudge brown, which I love brown and blue together. One of my favorite combinations. So we'll just see how dark this is. I've never done this before, so it's always a first for everything. Oh, I like that. So I'll keep going. Maybe put one up here. This will also be nice for these tags here. Okay, so now we're done with our cup, and it's time to apply the paint. just show you the tags that we've created. So you can actually use these for your layout if you want. Might as well use every drop of this, the vibes that you can, because it's a great, great product. All right, now it's time to paint. So we'll start with the Blue Bayou pearls, and I'll go over my blue ones. Love this color. Be a little heavy on the top, remember, and that will lead to good dripping. Then I'll apply this blueberry cobbler. Make sure you get all this nice shimmers on the bottom. You can mix these, like, don't be nervous about getting these circles to run into each other. Heavy on the top. Oh, I just went into the wrong paint. Oh well. See, I always believe that accidents can lead to the best innovations, because you have to be creative in getting out of the mistake, and you often end up with a much better layout or project because you're forced to be that extra creative in hiding your mistakes. Okay, let's see how this turns out. So we'll go back to our sprays. I'm going to start with the Jenny B. Blue. I'm going to lift it up. Get the spray that I want, the dripping. Oh, we're going another way, but that's all right. Then the Sea Monkey. And last but not least, the Hot Fudge. There we go. We're getting some nice drips. Again, let's try and get some more drips on our tags here. You can try shaking this a little bit. If you like the amount of drippage that you see, just stop there and let it dry. So I think I will actually stop there, let it dry. Before we get too far and we close up the shop on our shimmers products, why don't you think about things that you could spray that will be complementary to your layout. So what I have here is this ribbon by American Crafts, Dear Lizzie. And since it's white, I purposely bought it white so that I could spray it whatever color I wanted. I'm going to do the Jenny B. Bleu. And I'm going to spray it on this side. And on the other side, I'm going to use the Hot Fudge vibes. That way I'm mixing both colors into. And I'm going to overlap a little bit there because I like how that looks when they combine. So that will dry, and I will use that eventually on my layout.